Quick Takes with Ed Masterson.
What is DSP? And more significantly, DSP, it's built into loudspeakers to help deal with the environment they're going to be in.
So DSP stands for Digital Signal Processing.
Right.
It's a pretty generic, covers a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I think DSP that most people are thinking of is, most people think of room correction. Okay, so the idea is any given room has an acoustic signature. Okay, it's the one that we struggle the most with in small spaces, trying to generate low frequencies, is the relationship with the room boundaries, the length, width, height. Those distances on each of those measurements represent a corresponding frequency, base frequency, and you will get a resonance at that frequency in your room if you energize that node. So you'll have one that occurs for the length, one that occurs for the width, one that occurs for the height. All right, so DSP, those resonant frequencies, what they sound like to you, if you have one, let's say, frequency that corresponds to a particular note on a big stand-up bass, boom, hits that note. If that's your resonant frequency, that note is way bigger than the next note that he hits. This boom. Maybe that one's not that loud, but the one before it's super loud. And that's because the room is resonating, and so you get an increase in loudness, perceived loudness. So the idea of room correction is it can go in and make sounds in the room, find those resonant frequencies, and then put a program in that tries to reshape your audio signal, the musical signal, so that it doesn't activate those bumps. So, it compensates for them. So let's say the guy's about to hit that bass note. The audio signal is designed so that when that bass note gets hit that would normally resonate, it automatically lowers the loudness level there dramatically, such that the end result is as loud as it would be when it's not the resonant frequency, like one of the other notes. So it's going to lower that level of that note that normally gets too loud, so that it's the same relative level as the other notes in the room that don't activate that node, that frequency. So these DSP systems are attempting to, reshape the audio signal so that the system sounds equal and that the room is not affecting, what you hear.
Like it's not damping what you're...
or amplifying. So like when the guy hits that note, so let's say the guy comes into your room with a stand-up bass, okay? He goes dung, 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 and one of those notes is way louder, okay? Okay, so now you record that, okay? And you recorded it when he did it, and right off the instrument. And then you go and you hook up your DSP processor and you run it. And now when you play that back, theoretically, you go ding, 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 and all the notes, there's not one that stands out like it should, like it's activating the room. If you listen to what I said there, you can see one of the inherent issues with DSP, and that is if the guy came in and played the instrument in the room, you would hear an increase in the note that represents
the one that
that represents the resonant frequency in the room. It's real. It's what would happen if the guy was in the room playing with you. So, it's kind of funny from a fundamental principle standpoint. I'm not sure it's appropriate to reshape the signal to take the room out, because doesn't your ear somehow understand what that room should sound like? if you start trying to alter the signal to make it sound different than the room you're in, I'm not sure your ear's going to understand that.
Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you for watching.